Hi guys, good evening. It is Kamaria. For those of you who do not know, above all else, I am a child of God, a daughter of God. And I also help creatives break up with inconsistency, okay? And outside of that, I also love to hold people accountable for being the best them that they could possibly be, okay? So that's me. And I just want to welcome y'all. Hey y'all, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, y'all. Hey, I didn't say Happy New Year because this is a year where it's about you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good evening, everybody. Hey, TikTok. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I pray that y'all had a safe New Year's Eve. I pray that your first day of the year has been amazing. I pray that all is well. I pray that you feel blessed. I pray that you look blessed. I pray that all is well with you, okay? So today we are talking about something that's very important, top of the year, okay? We're talking about how to better enhance your life by building a routine, okay? Building a routine so that you can stay consistent. Building a routine so that you can stay consistent. She said, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I've been telling everybody that, y'all, like literally, Happy New Year. 2024 would really be a year for you. Actually, before I even get started, can I declare some things over your life? Literally, I declare that this will be the year that you will be consistent. I declare that this will be the year that you will work hard in your relationship with God. You will grow in intimacy with him. You will love him. You will know him for yourself. There will be nobody who can tell you anything about God because you will know him for yourself, okay? That's what you'll do. This will be a year where you will see your blessings literally unravel right before your eyes because you will have taken the time to spend time in the presence of God to get what it is that he's trying to get to you. Okay? I declare that this will be a year that you get to know, love, grow in yourself like never before. There will be nobody that can say anything about you, tell anybody anything about you because you know who you are in Christ, okay? So that is this year. This is your you year. I declare consistency for you in this year, okay? Okay. Hey, y'all on TikTok. Thank y'all for what y'all putting on the screen. I appreciate that. But let's get into it. I don't want to be on here too long because I really want to focus on getting you the tips that you need so that you can really work on building out this routine, okay? Some people may say that, okay, that's just information, but some people are going to take this and you're going to run with it because it's things like this that makes all the difference, okay? When it comes to time is something that you cannot get back. God can redeem time, but however, you're still spending it each and every day. So when you create a routine with structure, what you're doing is you are giving yourself the ability to have balance, to make room for the things that you need to do and the things that you want to do. So that's what we're getting ready to talk about. I know you probably got a list. I know you probably got some goals, some plans that you have. But the thing is, if you make a plan and you only keep it on paper, it's only a plan and it's only a goal. So until you put something in place to actually make sure it gets done, that's when you can accomplish the goal. That's when you can take the plan and execute. So that's why we need the routine. And I like to tell people to be realistic. So I'm going to let y'all know for me right now, I did not plan for the whole year. I didn't make a whole bunch of goals for the whole year of 2024. I just did not do it. I planned for the next 60 days. I got goals for the next 60 days because the way it works with me is if I break it down for something that I know that's realistic, then it becomes more attainable for me. So after the first 60 days is up, then I'm going to go and I'm going to plan for the next 90 or 60, whatever else I feel like I can handle. But because I know things are moving and shaking in my life right now, I'm planning for the first 60 days. So that's me. So that's how I do it. Some people can plan 2 years in advance. That's not me. I'll get overwhelmed and I'm interested in actually accomplishing what I said I want to do. So I make it bite-sized so that I can knock it out. Okay. So that's my recommendation to you. If you got plans, you got some goals, start off small. Do something you're gonna be able to knock at it, like prioritize them. So that's the first thing that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about having non-negotiables. Hey, oh my goodness, hey y'all. Hey, Happy New Year, Stephanie. Happy New Year. But what we're going to do right now, okay? We're going to talk about how to create the routine so that your life can be enhanced. And I don't want y'all to think that you have to be perfect because I'm not perfect. Your routine don't have to be perfect. It's trial and error. It took me a little bit of time for me to like get the routine that I really like, the routine that really works for me. So it takes time. It takes time. But I just want to let you know this. Like I said, having a routine won't make your life perfect, but it will better enhance it because you'll have balance. You'll have time to do the things that you need to do and then do things that you want to do. So the first thing we're going to talk about is non-negotiables, okay? These are the things that you need to do. You have to do it, okay? I'll let you know my non-negotiables, but hopefully you got a pencil and paper because let me tell you, most people won't take the time to actually do this, and this is why their time runs away from them. They don't take the time out to figure out what they actually need to have and plan in their daily, on their day, in their schedule, so that they can knock that out and then have some free time. Instead, they just do what they got to do. They go with the flow. They know what times they got to do the stuff. They get it done, and then they waste time in between. We're not doing that. Okay, we're just not doing that. So the first thing you want to do is figure out which... Somebody said guilty. Yeah, okay, we need structure. We're not doing that in 2024. Okay, this is really a you year. This is your me season. And if you want to have a good me season, you got to make sure you're taking care of you and you're putting things in place so that you can get what you need to get done, especially if you got other people in your life that depend on you. Okay, so you got to have you together first. So your non-negotiables. For me, my non-negotiables is worship, prayer, the gym, and work hours. That's stuff that I have to put in my day. I have to put it in my day, and I actually have to put it at the top of my day, because if I don't put it at the top of my day, I'm going to feel like the rest of my day isn't going well. So for some of you, you may have children, you may have a whole family. So your non-negotiables may be getting your children ready for school, getting yourself ready for work. Whatever your non-negotiables is, you need to figure that out. With your day, with your 24 hours you get a day, what do you have to get done every day? What do you have to do? And just don't stop there and figure out what your non-negotiables are. I need you to figure out about how much time does it take you throughout the day to get it done. If you got to wake up in the morning, you got to go to the gym, you got to get your kids done. How much time are you spending at the gym? How much time is it going to take you to get your kids together? How much time is it going to take you to get from whatever else next that you got to do? So write down your non-negotiables, figure out how much time it takes you a day out of your day to do it. And then I also want you to figure out, do you do it in the morning, the afternoon, or at night? Okay, figure out your non-negotiables, because if you have your non-negotiables, you are making room to add it in your schedule and make sure it stays there for structuring, so that you make sure you get what you need to get done, because we're going to make sure we get our priorities done, right? So make sure you do that. And then after you do that, that's when you get to add other things into your schedule. So make sure, again, hey, y'all that just got in here, we're talking about how to build a schedule to better enhance your life, a routine for yourself so you can better enhance your life and start being consistent. So we just talked about non-negotiables, which I'll do a quick recap. These are the things that you have to do on a daily basis. If you have kids, you still got yourself. These are the things that you have to do for yourself and your kids. You got to do this every day. So you're going to take those non-negotiables and you're going to write them down. You're going to figure out how long it takes you to get them done. And are you getting them done in the morning, the noon, at night? When do you get it done? Okay, you got your non-negotiables, cool. The next thing is we want to actually figure out what your goals are. And I told y'all, I'm not the person that's going to plan for a whole 365 days. I'm just not going to do it, because and I'm not saying I don't have no faith in nothing, because I can go and make a whole list and say, God, I want you to do this, and this for me. But I understand that if you want to get something done, God is going to bless it anyway, but you have to still put in the work for it. So if you got to put in the work for it, why not make it attainable for yourself, right? So I don't plan for the whole year. So you need to get you some goals, and you need to start off small. What's something that you want to knock off your list of goals for 2024 that you can work through? What can get done in 60 days? What can you knock at in 60 days? What can you start working at in 60 days? And you need to write those down. Choose about 2 or 3. Don't overdo it, because we are trying to get a routine, but we also trying to work towards consistency. And so if you want to be consistent, you got to be able to do this thing over and over again. Okay? So figure out what your goals is. What do you want to add in your schedule after your non-negotiables? Maybe you want to work out more in the morning. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, add the goals. Maybe you want to wake up an hour earlier. Maybe you want to go to sleep an hour earlier so that you can add an hour to your day. Whatever that goal is, write that goal down. And once you write that goal down, I want you to estimate about how much time is it going to take out of your day for you to add that in there. Okay. If you know it's the gym, how many hours do you want to be at the gym? Okay. How many hours? How much time does it take you to drive to the gym, and how much time does it take you to drive back? Okay. Think about that. Write that stuff down. And I know it may sound like just so much, but this is how you find time to do what you need to do and what you want to do, by planning it out. So set your goals. We're going to do something that's small. We're not going to do the most, okay? We're not going to do the most. We're going to do something that we can knock at for the next 60 days, okay? Write it out. Try to guesstimate how much time it's going to take you, and also figure out what time of the day are you going to do this. Are you doing this in the morning, the noon, or at night? Okay, write that down. And then the next thing we're going to do is habits. Somebody said, am I saving this live? Yes, I'm going to save it. I'll save it so that you can come back to it. But the next thing we're going to do is discuss our habits, okay? These are good habits. These are bad habits. And this right here, you're going to have to be real with yourself, okay? I want you to be real with yourself. Be real with me. Be real with yourself about the things that you do that you know you could do less of, okay? For some people, it may be scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you spend an hour, 2 hours before you go to bed, right after you get off work, scrolling on social media, you may want to cut some of that out, because that may be where some of your time is going, okay? So be honest about your habits. You want to write down, what's some things I can take out of my schedule, okay? Can I not scroll? Can I put some screen time, a limit on my phone, so that my phone will lock after I'm on Instagram for an hour? That way I can't scroll no more, because I only allotted an hour a day for me to be on Instagram. I only allot 2 hours a day for me to be on Instagram, and I don't even try to do that, okay? If I'm on there for 2 hours, I'm trying to post and get off, or I'm trying to get some look at my other people's stuff, and that's it, okay? 2 hours is all I'm allotting for Instagram a day, and I try to keep it under that. So if that's something that's taking your time, you need to write that down and be honest, okay? Maybe you like to watch TV. Me personally, I don't watch TV. I don't watch it. I don't have time for it. I have other things that I'm trying to do. So right now, the sacrifice that I'm making is, I don't know the shows that everybody be watching. I don't know it. I don't know. I don't watch TV. So if you're spending too much time watching TV, it may be something that you really like. I get it. I'm not saying that you got to take it out because I don't watch it, but I'm saying you should put a time limit on it. Because if it's taken away from you doing some other stuff that you want to do, you can make the sacrifice to not watch the episodes during the week and try to watch an extra one during the weekend. Okay? So what's some habits that you need to remove? Write them down and figure out how you can lessen them. Okay? Figure out how you can take it away. Okay? You don't have to take it away completely, but figure out how you can do less of it. People say television steals your vision. That's good. It really does. And honestly, another reason why I do not watch TV is because it's so much that people are putting in the episodes. What did they say on TikTok? How did you put your Instagram only 2 hours? There is, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if you have an Android, but if you have an iPhone, you can go to the settings on your phone. I actually have a post on my Instagram where I show where to get to it. I posted it today. But you can go to the settings on your iPhone. You can go to screen time, and then you can put time limits. And you can put, I only want to be on Instagram for an hour. After that, lock me out of it, and it will. It's settings and then screen time. And you can do this for any app. It don't gotta just be Instagram. Any app that you know you be spending too much time on, it could be YouTube. Whatever you're doing, you can put a limit on it and it'll lock you out. Okay? So that's how you do it. You go to settings and then you go to screen time. If you have an Android, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do it with an Android. But back to TV. We were talking about how there's things in the TV that just get in your mind, get in your spirit anyway. So that's why I don't have time for it. So I take it out. But what I'm telling you is, if you have something that you can sacrifice of not doing it, write it down. We're going to put that in your habits. And then I also want you to not only focus on the bad habits, but I want you to focus on some of the things that you know helps you. Okay. So like for me, going to the gym, it helps me jumpstart my day. It helps me be a little calm, because even though I can get up in the morning, I am not a morning person. So after me going to the gym, I feel more calm. I feel more ready for my day. So that is a good habit that I have. So a good thing would be to pair something else that I want to do new with that habit. So let's say I'm trying to, after I work out, I want to take a 15-minute walk every day. So if I know I'm going to get up to go to the gym, always, because that's already a good habit that I have, I'm going to pair walking for 15 minutes right after me going to the gym, because it's going to be easier for me to get it done, because I know for a fact I'm going to get the gym done. Okay. So find you something that is a habit that you got it. Habit stacking. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Something that you know you already know how to do consistently, something that you got to do. add something that can go along with it to it, and put that in your schedule that we building out, okay? Add it to your routine. That time slot of that habit that you have, put that new thing right under there. Fit it right in there so that you can get it done, okay? Somebody said, definitely be being on their phone. Yeah. Instagram can rob your time. And not only can it rob your time, it can rob your creativity. You can spend time looking at somebody's stuff all over and over again. And before you know it, you speaking like them, you talking like them, you thinking like them, your clothes starting to look like them. We ain't trying to do that. So if you do need to put that on there for Instagram, go ahead and do it. Not knowing what to say to God in daily prayer. Okay, we could talk about that. So, because I'm getting ready to talk about routine, like overall routine. So I told y'all some of the habits that I got, some of the good habits, some of the bad habits. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, okay? Even though I have the 2 hours on my phone for me to not to be on Instagram, sometimes I'll be like ignore and I'll keep scrolling. It depends. It depends on what I'm doing. So that could be a bad habit for me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But the goal is to stay off of Instagram, and I try to do it. So that's why I got a limit on there. And I'm not pushing the button no more. That's one of my goals, to not push that button and say, get back on there. I'm not doing that. Okay? 2 hours, that's it. And then the next thing that we're going to talk about is routine, overall routine, okay? You break it up by morning, noon, and night. I told y'all I got to work out. I told y'all I want to add me a little walk in there, right? So in the morning, when it comes to routine, my non-negotiables is worship, prayer, okay? Worship and prayer. So because those are my non-negotiables, I know in the morning time, if it's something else that I can add in with worship and prayer, I'm going to put it in there because that will fit with my routine that I already have. And then when it comes to afternoon, okay, the morning, afternoon, evening, this is how you're going to figure out like what you need to fit stuff in. So we already figured out your goals. Hopefully you wrote them down. Hopefully you know them. You're thinking about them, trying to figure out where you can fit them in your day. Where can you fit your goals in? Okay. My first goal that I have, I can fit that in right in the morning. That's going to go top of the morning. After I work out, I'm going to go ahead and walk my dog Legend. I got a toy poodle. He's so cute. But I'm going to add that in there. So get your routine together. You're going to start taking your non-negotiables. You got your non-negotiables, and you're going to put time frames to them. Not, I got to do this, and this in the morning. No, I have to do this, and this, and I need to be done with it by 10:30 a.m. It's going to take me 30 minutes to get my child together. It's going to take me 15 minutes to get her to school. After that 15 minutes, it's going to take me 10 minutes to drive to the gym. And after that, I'm going to be at the gym for an hour. And then that's how I need you to plan it out, okay? I need you to get that specific, okay? That specific. So at this point, you don't got to do it while we on live right now, but I wanted to tell it to you so you know what to do. You're going to start writing out your non-negotiables. You're going to put time frame to it, and then you're going to add your goals in that time slot or after that time slot, wherever it fits. Okay. So some of y'all, hope y'all found this helpful, but that right there, that's how you build out your routine. You build out your routine. You figure out what's the distractions that need to go so that I can free up some more of my time. What's some things that I can add on to something that I'm already doing? And what's some attainable goals that I can get done within the next 60 days? Okay, you add that, and there you have your routine. Now I'm going to give you 5 ways for you to stay consistent in this routine, okay? Because a routine is just a routine. It's not going to do you any well. It's not going to better enhance your life if you can't be consistent in it. It's just a routine, okay? So the whole purpose is to create more structure, and that structure to lead you to being able to follow it, to do it over and over again. And it's not to say that you got to follow it to a T, but because you took the time to write out your schedule, perhaps you got a day where you just can't do nothing. You can't get it done. You sick or something. God forbid, because I declare healing over all of y'all. Y'all not going to be sick. But anyways, maybe one day you're not feeling well. Let's say that you're not feeling your best. And so you can't knock out the stuff that you can't knock out any of your priorities. You can't get none of it done. The next day you're going to have some stuff piled up, right? Because you wasn't able to do what you need to do the day before. But because you got your schedule, you're going to know exactly where to pick up at. Okay? You're going to pick up where you left off. If you don't have no schedule, then you're going to be trying to put the pieces together. Okay? So that's why having a schedule and a routine is important. So let's talk about how we're going to be consistent in this. Okay. Again, I said you can have a routine, but if you don't have the ability to be consistent in it, then the routine is not going to do you no well. Okay. It's not going to better enhance your life. It's just something that you spent the time to do, but didn't implement. Okay. Hey to y'all that just got on here. We just went through how to build out a routine. Okay. I'm done with talking about that, but now I'm about to tell everybody how to be consistent in it. So the first thing I like to tell people is make sure you give yourself grace. Okay. Meaning, like when you go to get your hair done, you go to get your nails done, and it's a grace period. They allow you a little bit of time to get yourself together to get there before they tell you that you got to pay a fee. I'm going to need you to allow some space for yourself before you get upset, before you start getting stressed, before you start letting that anxiety come in, before you start being depressed and out of your mind because you ain't do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to need you to not do that. I'm going to need you to make room for you to give yourself grace. Consistency is a journey, okay? You don't just do something one time and then you're consistent. You got to do it over and over again. So in the event that you cannot do it in one day, one day you just fall back on it, I need you to be able to give yourself grace, okay? Be like, you know what? It's cool. I'm going to hold myself accountable because I could have got it done or I could have did something to knock away at it, but I didn't get it done and it's okay because I know where I left off at and I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to keep going, okay? Give yourself grace. Some people mess up and then they just let it go because of that one thing. It'll weigh on them because they messed up. We're not doing that, okay? You're going to give yourself grace. You're going to make room for you to not do everything. That is why you have a routine, something for you to fall back on, okay? It's not like things going to go out of order. No, you're going to pick up where you left off. And you're going to make sure you okay in your mind. You're going to be like, it's okay. Let me get back to it, okay? And then the next thing is faith. I don't know about y'all, but I believe in Jesus, and Jesus helps me get through 100% of the stuff that I be doing. So if you want to be consistent, you need to have something. I'm going to say Jesus. I ain't going to say something because I don't believe in the other somethings. You need to have Jesus, okay? You need to have the prayer got to be there. You got to have something to rely on other than your own strength. Because like I said, things happen. There's going to be times where you will miss the mark. But if you have faith knowing that, okay, in the event that I can't pull myself to do this, Jesus is going to give me the strength to do it. Because he's a consistent God. He's a never failing God. He's the same yesterday, tomorrow, today, and forever. He's the same. He's consistent. So because he's consistent, it's in my nature to be consistent. So just because I fell off today, I can tell God, give me strength so I can keep pushing and keep going. And then you keep pushing and you keep going, okay? So far we talked about grace. We talked about faith. You need to have God to lean on in the event where you can't get it done on your own. You need somebody to help you push you, help you keep going. That need to be God. And then the next thing is rest, okay? Rest. And I know it may sound crazy because if we're talking about consistent, people think you need to be keep doing it. No, consistency is showing up over and over again. But it don't mean showing up every single day. For some people, that's what consistency is for them. But if you think about it like that, you're going to get burned out very quickly. Okay? Very quickly. And the whole purpose is to do this is to not get burned out. So you want to be able to know, like, sometimes I'm going to need to rest. Okay, if I don't prioritize my mind, if I don't prioritize my body and my spirit, there's no way I'm going to be able to be consistent. So plan rest days. If you just rest, okay? Get to know your body. Get to know the atmosphere, the environment. If it's becoming too heavy, know when you need to take rest. You taking rest does not mean that you're not consistent. It means that you're being smart and you're listening to your body so that you don't overwork yourself and then stop doing what you was doing completely because you're burned out. We're not doing that. We're not doing that in our meat season, okay? We're going to be consistent in showing up. And part of that being consistent is knowing how to take care of you, prioritizing your overall well-being before trying to knock stuff out and get things completed. Because if you don't take care of you, you're not going to be able to do nothing. Okay? So the other thing is, this is number 2. That whole thing, the grace, the faith, and the rest, that was just number 1. Okay? That was number 1. That's a tip on how to be consistent, how to look at consistency. Okay? Number 2 is your consumption. Okay? What are you consuming on an everyday basis? What are you consuming? Because we're making daily deposits. Do you know like a routine is an investment in yourself? If you get a solid routine together, you are making an investment in your time and in your overall well-being, because you're putting something in place that's going to hold you accountable for doing what you need to do. It's going to keep you focused. It's going to help you maintain and sustain what you said you was going to do. So a routine in itself is an investment. So if you decide to do your routine and stick to it every day, you're investing in yourself every single day, because guess what? You stick to your routine, you add new stuff in there, you're going to be a step closer to where you want to be. That's how it works. But back to making the daily deposit. I'm talking about consumption. What are you intaking on a daily basis that can absolutely impact your ability to be consistent? For me, I have specific things that I want to excel in, right? I have specific goals. I told y'all, I put a time frame on it. I need to get this done in 60 days. I need to see a turnaround in 60 days. So because that's how I'm thinking, I need to make sure in those 60 days, the things that I'm consuming, whether it's a podcast, whether it's social media, whether it's a video on YouTube, it has to be in alignment with where I'm trying to go. Okay? I can't be thinking about real estate, growing and personal development, but I'm on YouTube watching something that don't have nothing to do with that. I'm on Netflix watching something that don't have nothing to do with that. That's going to clearly take you off your track and your path, your journey of consistency, because now there's a misalignment. So if you want to stay consistent, watch your consumption. What are you consuming on a daily basis, and what daily deposits are you making in yourself? If you got a specific goal and it's catered to a specific thing, and you lock in, you take an hour out of your day to listen to somebody that's talking about what you're trying to do, that has already mastered your goal, that's going to help you be consistent in it. It's going to empower you. It's going to hold you accountable to keep going. But if you're doing stuff that ain't got nothing to do with that, it's going to clearly knock you off your journey. Okay? So we're going to make sure we are watching our consumption. What are we consuming on a daily basis, and what we are depositing in ourselves. We're going to look at this as an investment. Okay, my routine, my daily routine is an investment in myself. What I decide to consume on a daily basis is an investment in myself. Either it's going to be a good deposit or it's going to be a bad deposit. But if I want to be consistent, whatever I'm consuming needs to be in alignment with what I'm trying to do. And that's just what it is. The next thing is my favorites. It is to celebrate yourself. Okay, celebrate yourself. The next thing is to celebrate yourself. Somebody's asking questions. I have to go back and look at the questions. The best thing for you to do would be to put a question in the question box, because if it's not related to what we're trying to discuss, then my mind gone. Okay? So if you got a question, put it in the question box. That way I don't miss it, because I want to answer your question, but I'm going to just keep on with the conversation. So my favorite part is to celebrate yourself. Okay? I don't mean go out and buy you all type of stuff on a self-care day. If that's what you want to do, cool. But for me, one of my goals is to grow financially. So my self-care, my celebration ain't going to consist of me going to spend money. It's going to consist of me literally speaking life into myself. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but I talk to myself. I talk to my life. Okay? I speak to my life. Okay, so if I find myself doing something consistent, I showed up for myself, I'd be like, girl, good job. You showed up for yourself. You're a step closer to that body that you're trying to get to. Congratulations for you showing up to yourself. You're a step closer to cleaning the inside of you out. You're a step closer to looking and feeling more like what you want to feel like on the inside. Congratulations. And so I started speaking who I want to be over myself. That's my congratulations. That's my celebration. Congratulations, you're a step closer to what you said you wanted to do and who you said you want to be. I start speaking it over myself. But if I know I'm not doing what I need to do, I'll be telling myself, you need to get it together. Okay? So that's my favorite part, y'all, is to celebrate myself. Anything that I find myself doing well, anything that I find myself being able to do consistently over and over again, I don't just look past it and move on to the next thing. I celebrate myself. I write it down in my journal. I make note of it, because it is something to celebrate. And guess what? The more you celebrate yourself and pay attention to the small things that you may accomplish, the easier it is to keep going. So that's why I put that in as a tip for you to be consistent. Celebrate yourself. You deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. You deserve it. Happy New Year, Pastor D. Hey. But you deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. You know, like how when you work out And when you work out, you are building up the muscle. See, she just said it. And she's going where I was about to go. She said it builds your confidence. Yes, I was getting ready to talk about when you're in the gym and you keep working on a particular muscle. Like, I do the same workouts, add some resistance, add some weight. Because, like I said, I'm a very consistent person now. Okay, so I do what I need to do on a consistent basis. I just add a little resistance, a little something to it. Okay, so because I do that, over time, my muscle grows. It's growing. It's not staying the same. And so when I put that more weight on there, I add some more weight, my body like, oh, this is a little bit more heavy. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, girl, you lifting more than what you was before. Like, you've been at 50 pounds for the past 2 weeks. Now you can do 60. Congratulations. So when you do that, you're building onto that muscle of your confidence. It's like you're giving yourself endurance to keep going. So celebrate yourself, y'all. Celebrate it, big, small, whatever. I woke up today. Good job for keep going. Thank you, Jesus. Okay? Celebrate yourself. That helps you keep going. It helps you keep going. And then the last thing is to journey. Okay, I said this already on here. Consistency is a journey. It doesn't take you doing it 1 time, 2 times. It takes for you to consistently be able to show up, for you to do it over and over again, to consider yourself consistent. You may have some breaks in between, but as long as you keep showing up, then you're consistent. Consistency literally means to be in agreement with, okay, and to have continuity. It keeps going. So even though there's a break, there's still going to be a progression of it going over and over again. So allow yourself to journey, okay? Your day one day may be bad. Your day 2, your day 3, your day 4, your day 5 is going to be different than it was for your day 1. What you're doing on day 5 is going to be different from what you're doing on day 1. It's a journey, okay? What is hard for you at day 1 may not be hard for you at day 5. What's easy for you at day 5, it wasn't easy for you at day 1. But you have to go through the journey in order for the switch to take place. So allow yourself space to journey, okay? My generation, they're very into instant gratification. They want to do something and get something immediately right after that. And it's like, sometimes that right there is the reason why you can't be consistent, because you don't have any capacity to wait it out. You need to know how to wait, and wait well. While you're waiting, you're still building. You're still going. You're still building. You're still going. So allow yourself space and time to journey. Don't look at it as, I need to get this done at this. No. Journey. The stuff that I'm telling y'all now, I done figured this out over the past couple of years, okay? It took some time for me to know how to build a routine. I'm a creative. My mind could be all over the place. It could be bad, okay? And so I needed structure in order to calm my thoughts down and be able to actually execute what it is that I said that I wanted to do. So that took time. It took time for me to even realize that I need a schedule. I'm like, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. I can do this and that and then this and that and that and this. I know how to do that. And just because I know how to do it don't mean that I can just do it free will. I need to make time for it so that I can make sure it gets done. So I would be able to do all of this stuff, but it wasn't getting done in a good time frame because I was just doing it. Okay, I was just doing it. So you can be a creative, but you still need structure. You still need structure. Talonda, hey, she said, that's what I was about to say. That creative mind stays busy. Yes, it does. It absolutely, it stays busy. It keeps going. You trying to go to sleep. Your mind talking about some other stuff. You thinking about new business ideas. You thinking about what you can post to do that. I'd be like, please. And so I got a structure for when I need to go to sleep as well. Because a creative mind, that's exactly what it's doing. It's creating. It's thinking about change. Creativity is change. It's always thinking about how to change something. So if you don't put something in place, your change is not in alignment with consistency. Consistent change, that's consistently not being consistent. So it takes structure. So I pray that y'all grab onto some of this stuff that I done told y'all and really try to implement it. When you hear it, it may sound like that's easy to do. No, you need to put it put it to work, because your mind will thank you. Your goals will thank you. Your ideas will thank you. The life that you have at the end of 2024, it will thank you. You're going to be happy. You're going to have a successful me season, a successful you year. So make sure you put these things to work, y'all. A routine without the ability to be consistent is just a routine on paper. It means nothing if you can't actually be consistent. And so that is how you build a routine. And this is some tips on how you stay consistent in it. Now, for some of you, consistency has nothing to do with organization. It has all to do with spiritual things. It's some things that's more deeply just going on spiritually, which is why you can't be consistent. And so that was my thing as well. Yes, I had some organizational issues. Yeah, my mind wasn't completely sound, so I wasn't able to be consistent. But God revealed to me that I had some spiritual things going on. There were some things going on inside of me internally that was preventing me from being consistent. And so I keep saying this over and over again. If you done put systems in place and you trying to be consistent and you cannot, your inability to be consistent is not surface level. Okay. It's not surface level. And so for me, I'm somebody who Holy Ghost really is my teacher. So he's been walking me through life. He's been showing me how to do this, do that. You trying to get this, do that. And this is how I figure this stuff out. So when I decided to ask God, why can't I be consistent? Why can't I be consistent? And he told me that I need to take better care of myself. And taking better care of myself means that I had to do a routine, because I needed to make sure I could fit in the care that he was talking about into my routine. And as I did that is how I basically got a blueprint of how to work these things out in different areas of my life. And so I'm sharing this with y'all. I'm letting y'all know this is a blueprint. It may sound real simple, but this is what you need to do in order to get consistent. This is what you need to do. You need to lock in, make time for the stuff that you got to do, make time for the stuff that you want to do, add some stuff with it, and take it and run with it. That's what you got to do. But for those of you who know that you're dealing with some things that's stopping you, like there's literally a block before you, I want to talk to you about my program. Because God placed it on my heart. God gave me a program for creatives specifically. Those who, you struggle with being consistent. You have the ideas. You know how you want it to look. You got the whole vision. But there's something stopping you from executing. There's something stopping you from pushing forward. Or you know how to push forward, but you got a creative block. Like I know that's what I wanted to do, but you can't get it. You can't get it to come to pass because the creativity is not there. So if you're somebody that needs structure, you need to get your creativity back flowing. You need to know how to execute the things that you need to do on a daily basis, not just for your creativity, but just for your personal life. Because like I said before, if your mind, your body, and your spirit is not together, you're not going to be able to be consistent. Okay. So if you're somebody that needs that structure, you need to figure out what's these deeper things that's stopping me, blocking me from doing the stuff that I need to do on a consistent basis. I created a program. It's a 5-week program specifically for creatives, guys. We prioritize our mind, our body, and our spirit so that we can create and show up for ourselves on a consistent basis. Okay. So that's what the layout of the program is. Week 1, we start with a fast. We completely cleanse and detox our bodies and our minds, our spirits. That's what we do. Week 1. After that, we go into strategies and things, routines, things like this. But I actually show you, and I have a whole planner for you where you're going to be able to fill it in. Everything that I just told you, I have something where you can just fill it in and work from there. There's a planner for that. There is a workout plan. Y'all, I was able to get my body snatched, okay, with the help of the Holy Ghost. There's a workout plan. If you want to do it, it's going to be a cash prize for that as well, because I need people to do it so that I can see the results from it from other people. But basically, this program is for that person that you're creative, you need to get your structure together, you need to get your mind together so that you can do what you need to do. It's for you. And I want to invite you. Yes, I want to invite you, because if you took the time to listen to this, that means you're investing in yourself. Like, you are interested in investing in yourself, in your personal development, and you want to get it to the point where you can be consistent. So I want to invite you to my program so that We can partner together. It's a group program, so you're going to be with other creatives, other like-minded people doing what it is that we need to do to get to where we need to be. But I also have some people that are experts in their field, things like fitness, Christian creativity overall. I have my mentor, who will be speaking to you prophetically, declaring over your life and telling you about your purpose. She is literally, you can't be around her and not know your purpose, okay? You just can't. So she is very good at that. I believe my generation, they need someone to speak into them and be able to tell them what thus said the Lord about their life and their creativity. So my mentor will also be pouring into you. Basically, what I did was took the whole blueprint, everything that God taught me how to do over the past 3 years, and I put it in a 5-week program so that I can help you accelerate your process of you being consistent, okay? Her name is Katara Ho, so that I can help you accelerate your process of being consistent. Okay? God accelerates. He places people in our life to help us get from one place to the next. And for me, that's what God has done for me. He has graced me to be able to get people from one place to the next. I'm a builder, but not with materialistic things. I help people build spiritually. I help people build in a practical way. You need to get to this. Okay, we're going to figure out how to get there. So, like I said, I want to invite you to my program. It is an investment, okay? It's a 5-week program. For some reason, you know, people my generation, they're not really into like conferences and personal development and things like that. So, let me explain. This is an investment. It's not too high, but it's also not cheap, because studies show that the more you pay for something, the more you will complete it, okay? So, God gave me this blueprint to help you. However, you need to hold yourself accountable to getting it completed. If you're going to pay your money, then you're going to sit the 5 weeks to make sure you get where you need to be, which is that consistency. So personal development is taking time, not just money, time and money, to invest in yourself so that you can get to where you need to be personally. So this 5-week program is a personal development program where you will have experts speaking to you, telling you, pouring into you so that you can get from one place to the next. So because that is an investment, these are people telling you how they got to where they need to get to, and it's going to help you get there quicker. It takes an investment. So if you can pay to get your hair done and it's only going to last you 3 weeks, you're going to pay about $300. You can pay $300 on your personal development. So it's around that price. I got a payment plan. You can do that as well. Whatever way works for you. But above all else, I want to help you get consistent. I want to help you figure out how to do it, not just on pencil and paper, but mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It touches on all of that, okay? All of it. All of it. You cannot be consistent if you don't take care of yourself first. So we take care of yourself first. We're going to go through that. I'm going to make sure all of that is done. And let me just say this. The fast that I just did with my community, I've had people say that they're hearing from God, that they are thirsty for God, they're hungry for God, okay? And that's just the fast, and we start the first week in a fast, okay? We ain't doing it without making sure there's some type of detox. So she said so much value. Yes, you're getting so much value out of this program. Kaylin said, I'm so excited for the program. Don't miss out. Yes, she signed up, y'all. But make sure you go and sign up. There's a link in my bio. It says enroll now. Like I said, there's a payment plan. It's 2 payments at $185. Or if you don't do the payment plan, it's cheaper than that. So invest in yourself. This is a me season. This is your you year. If you want to be consistent, get around people who know how to be consistent so that you can do that. Okay? If you're struggling with something, get around people who struggling with it as well, but they want to do better in it as bad as you do. So y'all work with each other to get to where you need to be. Okay? So for y'all that's on TikTok, there's also a link in my bio on TikTok. You can click the link. You can go ahead and enroll. But I pray that even if you don't enroll in this program, that in 2024, you think about ways to invest in yourself. If you want to do real estate, you want to do photography, whatever it is that you want to do, get yourself in a room with somebody that's an expert at it. Like, get yourself in the room. You need to see them doing it so that you know it's possible for you to do it. It's possible for you to get it done. It's possible for you to make it happen. You need to get in the room with them, okay? You need to change and shift your mindset so that it can start to be in there. It needs to be there already. You may be where you at right now, but your mindset needs to be exactly where you want to be. Like you're there already. And sometimes getting in a room with people who are already there can help you. Okay? So that's it. Above all else, I want you to be consistent, okay? Take this stuff that we talked about today, put it to work, okay? Put it to work. It's going to work if you put it to work. But I told y'all when I came on here that I am a daughter of God. So before I get off here, I do want to pray with you. If you don't want to stay for prayer, you don't got to. It's going to be real quick. But everything I do, I started with prayer. I ended with prayer. So I'm getting ready to pray with y'all. Heavenly Father, I thank you for being a great God. I thank you for being a mighty God. Heavenly Father, I just thank you, oh God, for the people who will take the time to get closer to you this year. I thank you, oh God, that you will allow them to get consistent, Father, in the things that you have called them to do in the earth. Oh God, I thank you that the moment they decide to be consistent, oh God, the generational curses will start to break. I thank you, oh God, that the moment they start to be consistent, oh God, they'll know more about them. They'll be settled in their gifts, their talents, and who you created them to be. I thank you, oh God, that the moment that they get consistent, hell will be mad because they will walk in who you have called them to be. I thank you that the moment they get consistent, things will begin to change for their bloodline in the name of Jesus. Oh God, I thank you that the moment they get consistent, their ideas, their businesses, all those things will begin to take off and soar. We know, oh God, that you accelerate. We know that you can bless a thing, but in order for you to bless it, we do have to come into agreement with it, oh God. Consistency literally means agreement, oh God. It means continuity. So I thank you that this year they will put things to work so that they can be consistent and be who you have called them to be. God, it is in your nature. You are a consistent God and you created us in your image. Therefore, we shall be creative as well. We shall be consistent as well. So I thank you, oh God, that you would help us with that. I thank you that you will lead us and guide us. I thank you that you will put us in places and spaces where we can grow and get to where you want us to be. So, Father, I pray right now that you will allow the peace of God to rest upon them. I thank you that you will allow the peace of God to rest upon their minds, their bodies, and their spirits. I thank you that they truly will experience a season where they just get to grow in love with you and get to know more about themselves, oh God. I thank you that this is their you season, but keeping you at the forefront and at the priority. And I thank you for what will come from them walking in this season of getting to know and love themselves and prioritize themselves. So I give you glory, oh God. I give you honor. I thank you for every creative. I thank you for the creativity that's going to spring forth. I thank you for even the healing that's going to spring forth in them so that they can do what it is that you call them to do. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, y'all, that is it. I will be back tomorrow for another one, which I'm really excited. I really like to have conversations. Tomorrow, we will have Portia Carter on here, y'all. She is one of my favorite creatives because she ain't got to do too much with her content creation. She do not have to do too much. She just got to show up being herself. Her very smile is contagious, okay? And that is what I'm trying to get my students to know. You just have to be you in these social media spaces. It don't take all this other stuff. It just don't. It don't. If God called you to do something, he called you to impact a specific people. You being yourself is what's going to unlock and send those people to you. So she'll be speaking to us tomorrow. We'll be talking about the struggles of consistency, though, because I like to keep it real. It's not going to always be good, cute, fun. It's not going to always be that. So we're going to have a conversation about that. She's going to talk with me. I'm going to talk with her. And that's going to be that. Okay. So I love y'all. Y'all have a great night and happy New Year. Okay. Happy New Year. I love y'all with the love of God. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. Bye here on TikTok. Love you guys too with the love of God. Again, link is in my bio. And come back tomorrow because same time tomorrow, I'll be talking with one of my favorite creatives, Portia Carter. And we'll still be talking about consistency, but the struggles with consistency, okay? Love y'all. Peace.